Good morning friends, welcome to my kitchen. Hope you are all doing good. So today we will see how we can deploy a microservice in K3 cluster. We can do a live architecture. So here I have some components created. One, I have an Angular app which is a front end, and I have some .NET app and some Docker install, K3s, Rancher, and Popeye tool. So first what we will do is we will take the Angular app, which is our front end, connect to a identity server which forms our login side, and the authentication authorization will be done using that component. That forms the backend, forms the identity server, the book service, and the chapter service. So the kitchen web, which is an Angular app, connects to the identity server, gets the token, and it will try to connect to the book service, and the book service checks whether it has the claim to access this service. Second, once you get to the chapters, the front end connect to the chapter service using the token provided by the identity server, and the chapter service checks the authorization and gives the permission to get the service. So this is an architecture we are trying to deploy it in K3s cluster. So let's see how this can be done. So I have a Windows operating system where I have enabled the WSL, the Linux subsystem. So I have installed K3D. I will tell you at the end of this session how we can install the tools including Popeye, K3s into the Linux subsystem. So this is the command K3D cluster start kitchen, which creates a cluster in my Docker, and it's inside the Linux. It's an Ubuntu version. So let's wait for the agents. I think there are 3 agents, 1 server, and a load balancer. So once this is done, the next what we will do is we take the different components, our Angular app, we Dockerize it, then we import it into this K3 cluster. So let's see how we can Dockerize the book service. It's a .NET application. So let's get to the command. I'm just copying the command I have already saved in order to save some time. So I Docker build. Make sure you install Docker as a WSL stuff, and this is how we Dockerize the second service, the chapter service. And in order to monitor this, I have the K9s tool, which will help us to watch this namespace and our status of our microservices. And I think let's start with the it takes some time to let's wait for it. So this K9s, it's a interesting tool, because once you install the cluster, you need to use the kubectl command a lot of times, but K9s solves. So here you could see that we have Dockerized it, and it's a .NET application, and it's the same command but a different project. So this is kind of a live architecturing, instead of like just running the commands and telling you in words. It will be easy, like how in a live using some diagrams you will get to know what is happening behind the scenes. So I'm just making copies of this. So actually these 3 apps are very critical. One has the OpenID Connect authentication authorization, The other two are .NET Core, which is microservice. It has its own DB, and it satisfied the 12 factors where the dependencies are loaded like as middlewares. You could see like I am putting all my microservice under the K3s cluster. So K3s cluster, you might have seen the boot time is, the startup is very fast, and so in this here what you see is I am trying to build all this containerized app and push it into the K3s cluster. So the Angular app is containerized. The commands are almost same. So this is how it looks. You could see that the Angular app, I will show you in K9s console like how these commands work together and the processes are loaded. We can see the status. The next we will see how to monitor this in Rancher, and Popo is a sanitizer tool which scans all your cluster and gives us a report. We will see at the end of the session. So we have dockerized the book service. It's the same command for dockerizing chapter. So I was not in the kitchen, so for dockerizing chapter I am going into the kitchen. Now I issue the docker command. So why kitchen? Because we are you could see like we are cooking something, and the recipes are K9s, K3s, K3d, .NET, Docker. So using these ingredients, we are trying to cook a microservice full stack application. So just to be catchy, I just thought of naming it as kitchen. So you could see in K9s the different status. So the let's look into the K9s. The status of the applications are still loading. See, this is the beauty of K9s. We don't want to issue a watch command and look into it. The K9s it's like it's a fantastic tool to monitor the status and see the logs, describe the pods, navigate between the different namespace. So sorry for that, it's taking some time. Because there are a lot of things behind the scenes which we have done in a short span of time. We initiated the cluster. The cluster has a lot of services to be online, then it gets to our microservices. So here what I'm showing is I'm doing something parallel. So already these microservices are installed in our K9s using Helm. I'm just showing the steps what I have done in order to save some time, otherwise these videos go so long. So on one end we are seeing the services up and running in the K3s. On the other end we are trying to create a image. Then we will see a demo, like I am trying to uninstall this from the current cluster so that you can follow along. So in this in the Helm list kitchen, you could see the sorry I am in front of this. So this is how it looks. So I am uninstalling the book API so that we can see live how this gets into the cluster. So we have the cluster, we have the dockerized image. So we will install it using Helm. So we have a Helm chart prepared for this. So the Helm uninstall happens. So when you uninstall, if I think the pod gets terminated and the related resources like the ingress will get terminated. So I think I gave the command wrong. So let's see in K9s if there is any status changes for this. Let's wait, let's give it some time. Okay, so we have the web application, the book service, the identity server, and the chapter service up and running. So Once you install it, the Kubernetes cluster looks for the health. So there are health endpoints enabled. So you could see that once I uninstall the book API from this cluster, see, you could see it's terminating. I'm just for the demo, actually not for the demo, for the this video I'm trying to show you like how I imported these images into this cluster. So the next command, once you uninstall it, you import it into the K3s cluster using the import command. So make sure it is uninstalled and it's not there in the cluster. The importing is complete. You could see this image is given to all the nodes including the server and the agents. So when you install it, it pulls the image using the Docker CNI and try to install it when we issue the helm command. Let's wait for it. Okay, everything looks good. So the agents are up and running. Okay, the images are imported successfully. The second is using helm. We will install this. So you could see the helm command. Click. So now let's wait and see in K9s. Okay, give it some time. So the beauty of this is once this is installed, we will see it's a full-blown application. I will demo you how to log in, how the login gets success, how I am going to access the book, the data gets saved into the MongoDB, and how the chapter service is invoked in a not from a technical, just the live application. So this is the ingress. So once you install the helm, you have the ingress. Ingress means the port, the way how you access. So we log into the application using that web UI. Okay, experiments with failures. Yes. Yeah, let's log into the app. So using the URL, I am from the architectural diagram you might have seen, I am hitting the front end. Now the front end contacts the identity server. You could see the URL changes. Yes. Come on. Yes. So it has contacted the identity server. We get the front end. I have written very minimal code for this, and comparing with our diagram, so it's I have some users configured. You log in. Now when you log in, the identity server issues a token back, and using that token it contacts the book service and the chapter service. I have logged in successfully. So from here the roadmap is like identity server is done and it contacts the book service. So this is how it's pulling the data from the MongoDB. This is running the end-to-end application is a full stack app running in my local cluster using K3s, and in the console let's see like what happens behind the scene. So I am trying to enter some data for the book here. Okay, let's enter all this. Okay, let's, I think I don't have the image URLs. I don't think it will allow me to save, but let's see. I think we can get an existing URL. It won't. Let's yeah, so there is an error because it's trying to get the image, but the data has been inserted, so the image is not proper. We will change that. You could see the data is inserted. So the kitchen web has contacted the book service using proper authorization, and now it is contacting the chapter service. So it takes some time because it's a first hit. So you could see the chapters are being fetched from the DB. Now let's do this once again. Then let's see the network. I think I don't know whether it will show something on the network. On the console side, you could see the chapter has been added, and it's I think it's a single page application. Probably the services are invoked. It should show in the network though, but we will come to that. So I'm copying the existing image so that our books looks decent. So I'm saving that. Okay, it has been inserted. You could see in the console. I'm not getting that get error because it's able to get the image. For now it's just a start. We are going to fine tune this app. This is just a beginning. I built this from here and there, not using. This is just to start. So I logged out, and to just put everything together, we have a cluster with the 3 microservices and the identity server with authentication authorization, and 3 microservices connects to the MongoDB. I'm using Atlas. I didn't show that, but it's behind the scene. It's connecting to Atlas, the sandbox. Now using K9s, we are monitoring it. The next part of this is we will see how to use Rancher as a service and how to use Popeye, because a lot of things happening behind the scenes, and if we want to monitor it, I just tried Rancher. It's pretty awesome. So let's see. I'm just structuring this so that we can always get back to this and how it has been improvised from our initial episode. So Rancher. So let's see how we can use Rancher as a service and Popeye to get the stats for our cluster. Yeah, this is the whole stuff now. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, let's come back to our terminal. Here I think I'm trying to do the Rancher as a service. So there is a Kubernetes site where you can get lifetime access for Rancher as a service. I have already got the access. I'm trying to log in. So it's very it's like you just take couple of minutes. So this is my portal. In this I will show you how you can monitor your local cluster. So you need internet for this. So far I think other than MongoDB, all our microservices are running locally in our K3 cluster, and using this Rancher as a service, I'm trying to, of course I'm repeating, monitoring. Yes. So let's see how this looks. Lots of experiments we can do, like we assume that we are setting up a lab, and you can see that a lot of tools are coming in Kubernetes. So I'm creating a cluster here. This cluster is like it's a setup, and I need to install this in my local. You get everything within the same dashboard. So let me start from the beginning. I think I will remove the existing one as it's because it's an old one, and the cluster I removed, and I created a new one. So let's start fresh. Give a name. It can be anything. So kitchen infrastructure. It's the cooking. I love this. Yeah, so just copy this. I know I am the key is visible, but I'm going to delete it just for the live session. So let's go back to our terminal and execute this command. Very excited. Yes, 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 yes. Yep, yes. Experiments. Yeah, K9s. This is the cattle system which is getting installed. I think I ran it. So you just have to copy it and paste it in our cluster. It's waiting. I have actually copied. That's when the flash came. So let's wait. I think the nodes and our yes, it's up and running. So this is the beauty of it. You could see the CPU used memory pods and the agents. It's just few clicks and with setup. And this is a lifetime service, and you can see all the nodes. No more kubectl. It's just you can as a nice dashboard you can view this monitoring. And yeah, that's all. Yes, cluster. Yes, I'm just checking. Actually, you can install apps into this cluster from this portal. Yes, so I install MongoDB. We will see the MongoDB and Longhorn session in another. It takes a lot of time. So I would like to share you one more tool called Popoi. Yes, Popoi. So how do you get these tools and installation? It's the same. You follow the get commands. Let me the MongoDB. This I have installed from the dashboard. Yes, okay. Yes, so that's about Rancher. Now the Popoi tool. So I'm showing you the command where, so you could see on my VS Code, you get the Popoi tool, untar, extract this, move it to the bin, then you run this command. So you get a very fantastic report. It's kind of a scan that you because we don't know what's happening in the cluster. So this tool will help us get the details. In a few minutes we can see that. I'm running this command. I have installed Popoi later already. I did the same to install the K3D and K3S. You get it from the URL, run we get, then extract it, move it to the bin folder, then it works just like another command. So let's see the report from the Popoi. So today there are a lot of ingredients into this. Take your time, and this actually I'm looking out to experiment more on the tools and include some kind of machine learning. This is kind of an infrastructure. So you could see the reports from the scan. You can get to the ingress that we have created for our. So that's all there from the scan. You can run this and get the details. That's the fingerprint, the whole fingerprint of your cluster. Yeah, let me know your comments. This is my first attempt from a long time. I'm trying to improvise it.